I was in the classroom, and I was talking about the theory of credibility in broadcasting. And I said, if you're ever in the position where the advertising department tells you that you have to do a fake phone call with a sponsor and make it act like they just called in and you accidentally started talking about their product, you lose your credibility. So you never, ever, never do that. And in the back of the classroom is a young man, high school student, blowing up a condom. They didn't do that when I was in school. They do it now. I wasn't going to say anything, but suddenly the condom burst and it exploded. I looked at the boy, very serious, and I said, "Greg, and what lesson have we learned from this?" He gave me a strange look back. And so as we left school that day, I was contemplating the condom and its exploding. And it really had relevance for me because I have some health issues that are sort of like that condom. The fact that my dad and two brothers have died because of ruptured lower aortas, and my other brother Richard just had an operation because he has a aneurysm in his lower aorta. So that prompted me to ask the doctor, since we've had all these problems in the family, that I possibly could have such an issue. So I did go to my health provider, Kaiser Permanente, and I said, I think I want an ultrasound. I want to know if I have a aorta problem down here, like a balloon. And so they sent me to have one of those ultrasounds, and the lady put it on there, and sure enough, right where I had pointed, you look at that big vein and it comes down, and all of a sudden it turns into a balloon and it goes down. She said, "You owe your sister a great debt of gratitude. Much thank you, because you have one, but now we know about it." And so they're going to check it every year. A, to make sure it hasn't exploded, because they wouldn't get, I'd be dead if that happened. But when it gets to a certain point, they will operate. But at this point, it's not that serious. But still, the balloon, the condom and everything exploding reminded me of that. The doctors also told me that if I continue to smoke, I will increase the chance of that exploding like that condom 20%. Those are pretty high odds, 20%. So when the doctor said, "Jerry, you have got to give up smoking. You've got to do it. If you stop smoking, you will decrease the chances of that aorta bursting by 20%. You will also lower the health costs for every senior citizen in America that's on Medicare. You will lower the insurance costs by a great insurmountable amount of money if you stop smoking. For America, for your health, for your children, even your dog. Think of the wonders that will happen if you just put down that pipe and stop smoking." So after thinking about this, I head to Kaiser Permanente's pharmacy, and I go in, and I wait in line, and I tell the lady, "I want Chantrex now, because after smoking 50 years, thinking of the fact that my stopping smoking might end the war in Iraq, lower the cost of Medicare, and lower the cost of health insurance for every American living on this planet today, I would like Chantrex." She said, "I'll get it." Now you sit down and you watch some kind of a screen and you wait for your name to appear. It takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, But my name flashes. I'm thinking, as I get up and walk to the counter, how is it that these people go to college for years to learn to put pills in a bottle? And it takes them 30 minutes to take 30 pills out of a big bottle and put them in a small bottle. I don't know, it's beyond my understanding. So when I get to the window, I say, and how much is this going to be? Thinking it's going to be my normal copay of $10. The medicine to stop smoking at Kaiser Permanente costs $136.50. What's wrong with this picture? You see, I'm a senior citizen, I'm retired. I don't have $136.50 to spend on this stupid medicine, may or may not work. So I said, no way. I went out to the car. I left. I lit my pipe. And I drove home. I really think there's only one way to stop with any kind of a problem. Maybe some of you have some other suggestions. I don't think a pill is the answer. And I'm damn well not going to spend $136. And if what they had said was true, we should take the money that we spend on Lord knows what, highways, retirement plans for senators, the taxes on a pack of cigarettes today are an utter disgrace. Let's not even go to the fact that if we get the cigarettes to the point where we have marijuana, people are going to be breaking into houses, stealing your color television set, plasma TV and all, so they can go down and buy a pack of cigarettes. That's certainly not the answer. We should be taking that money and using that to pay that $136.50 for those pills that probably cost 25 cents. There's no way. The only way to stop with a habit like this is to just stop. I don't care how you do it. You got to do it. I can't do it just yet. I'm thinking with habits like smoking or drinking, it's like you're on the freeway, you know, and you're in a traffic jam, it's bumper to bumper, and you're not going anywhere, and you see this road that goes off to the right, so you take it, and suddenly you're driving at 60 miles an hour, the wind is in your hair, it's all so spectacular, and you go up around these mountains, up across bridges and lakes, and there's always a lot of peril that could happen. I mean, you could drive off the bridge, I mean, the bridge could collapse. Like say in America, one bridge collapses a day, you know. But if you finally make it back without killing yourself, you end up back on the freeway. And the traffic jam's still there. And you get back in the traffic jam. The cars that were there when you left, they're way up there. You're way back here. That's what these vices, these things like drinking and smoking are, is just kind of a diversion off the freeway. And the problem is, when you get out on that road with the wind in your hair, there are many things that can go seriously wrong. So maybe it's best not to go there. Anyway, that's the thoughts I have today, if you will excuse me.
Reap, reap, gonna reap the fruit of the seed that you've been sowing. What you gonna say to the Lord that day when he asks what you've been growing? Will you say hope is a-growing, that's what I planted. Hope is a-growing, that's what I planted. Started spreading all around, watched it fill this little town.